Hi tribe, it's Michelle Jones here again. I know I haven't been that busy this week uploading videos, but I have been trying to make like a compilation of little clips of videos that have kind of been describing how my week is going so far. So recently I've had this huge burst of creativity. I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from. For those of you who know me, you know that I like to draw, I like to read, write. I am working on actually writing a novel. I would say I'm a good halfway, maybe a little more finished with it, but I swear I have like ADHD or something. It's very hard for me to stick with a project for a really long time without getting burnt out on it, so I've been taking kind of an extended break. I need to get back on it though because I think it's awesome. Of course, I might be a little biased, maybe just a little bit. But anyway, I have not drawn anything or created any kind of artwork in a long time, except for, of course, photography, which is my normal thing. That's usually my creative outlet. But lately, I have been on a drawing binge. I really enjoy drawing with pen and ink. But obviously for those of you who are artistic, you know that that's a little bit more difficult than drawing with just pencil because you can't really go back and erase it. You kind of just have to go with what you did. But recently I'm not entirely sure what happened. I was going on a grocery trip, a grocery run, and you know how all the school supplies are out for the kids going back to school? Well, there was this giant bin of nothing but mechanical pencils, and whenever I was in high school, that is all I would draw with. I would draw pretty decent pieces of artwork, in my opinion. Again, I might be a little bit biased by that. But I would draw all of my artwork with mechanical pencils, and I remember I used to piss off my art teacher because she would want me to use this extensive line of like different shades of charcoals and lead, and I was just like, just give me my mechanical pencil and I'm good to go. But anyway, I wanted to share, and I'm going to put some actual photos up, so if you don't get a good look at them on the video, I'm going to put some actual photos. Lately, I've been kind of binging on horror movies and getting really geared up for The Nun, which is coming out, I want to say September 7th. Around here, I'm not sure if this is everywhere, you know how there used to be midnight showings of all these different movies? Well, now lately, and I'm not sure if this is a nationwide thing, but where I live, they don't really do midnight showings. They do around 9, 10 o'clock p.m. showings so that you get out of the movie around midnight. I have a feeling that that has something to do with the safety level and the fact that there have been shootings and stuff at movie theaters. I'm not sure if that's just in my area or if it has anything to do with that at all, but we used to have midnight shows in my area, and for some reason they just kind of stopped doing it and they started pushing it earlier into the evening, which I'm fine with because I work nights, so I really don't want to have to be up all night on the nights that I have off. Anyway, back to what I was talking about a second ago. I get off on so many rabbit trails. Okay, I wanted to show you a piece, or two pieces that I recently drew. They're just little pieces. They're not anything super, what's the right word? They're not huge. They're very small. But this is the first one. Let me just let it explain itself. So this is definitely a Wendigo inspiration. I posted it online, and a few people said it looked like some creature from... I posted it online, and some people said it looked like the creature from the Hannibal series. I honestly haven't even watched the Hannibal series, but I think I know what they're talking about. The giant black-looking Wendigo creature. I don't know. But they said it looked a little bit like that. That's not really what I was going for, but Wendigo was definitely an inspiration. The first time I ever even heard about a Wendigo was, I know, it's sad, when I was watching Supernatural. When the first season came out, and there's like, I think it's episode 2 or 3, where they actually deal with a Wendigo. And it didn't exactly look like this, but it got me interested in the lore and the legend, so I started reading up about it and looking at other renditions of a Wendigo online, and a lot of them had animalistic features, animal skulls, antlers, horns, things like that. So that's kind of the inspiration behind that. The second one, you will not need to think very long and hard about what inspired this one. So let me just let you have a look-see. Yeah, I bet you can guess what inspired this piece. The Nun. So I've been reading up about The Nun. I've been seeing all these articles coming out about like the little jump scare ad that they put in front of YouTube videos got pulled off of YouTube because it was scaring people so much. I've watched the different little trailers. I am so effing excited about this movie. You have no idea. Like I am absolutely in love with the entire Conjuring universe. I know that it's based on actual events and true stories. This one, not so much. I'm not sure if this one has any basis in reality at all, or if it's just a spin-off. I'm pretty sure it's just a spin-off that's based entirely in fiction. But the original Conjuring movies and the first Annabelle movie that came out are... Actually, no, I think the first Annabelle was just a spin-off of the actual... The first two, which I think there are only two, Conjuring movies are based on actual events. But obviously Hollywood takes like 10,000 different liberties with true stories, so not entirely sure what all in that movie is fact and what all is just Hollywood. But in The Conjuring 2, we get introduced to, well, something that looks a little bit like this, and a crossover between Marilyn Manson. Like, has anybody else thought that? I know you have, because like the first time I saw the nun face, I was like, this is old school Marilyn Manson. Like, just saying. And yes, old school Marilyn Manson was a little scary, so it's okay. But I just thought that was interesting and kind of humorous that it looked like old school Marilyn Manson was dressed up as a nun. Which I think he totally would do at some point, but anyway. But that creature, that demon, they call in the movie Valak. And I started reading up about the actual demon Valak, and I have no idea how you go from Valak to demon nun. And I think the director, James Wan, just thought that that was a interesting, cool, whatever. I think he thought that it was a scarier version from what Valak was originally described as. Because Valak was originally described as like a childlike thing with wings. And I don't know, I guess he thought that this nun creature would be a little more frightening, or that it would fit into his universe more. Which is fine with me. Like, I think it's freaking scary. I think it's a pretty cool creature, actually. So I'm really excited about the Nun movie, because not only is it gonna show us how this whole Valak thing started, but I think at the end of that movie we're going to get a sneak peek at the next Conjuring movie, which I am very excited about, obviously. I have no doubt there will be a Conjuring 3 and probably 4, because it is a franchise that brings in money, and they're all about making money. But I absolutely love that whole universe. I was a little disappointed that James Wan himself was not directing this movie, but I have faith in the director of this movie, which I now can't remember his name. This is why I should write things down. Anyway, like I said, I have pictures of these posted up on my Instagram and on my Facebook, and now you've seen them yourself. I am going to include a couple of other clips about things that have been going on in my week, and I'm going to include a few unboxing clips of different movies that I've ordered in, and I hope you enjoy that, because I will be binging on horror movies until September 7th when I go see The Nun, and then I'm going to need to take a long break from anything scary, because like I said in an earlier video, you have to balance your life. You can't live 100% in nothing but horror and expect to stay mentally stable. So I'll be binging, I'll be having fun on all these horror movies and things like that. But after September 7th, I'm going to take a very long break from anything scary, horror movie related. And we'll talk about some other things that are going on in my life. So until then, I hope you have enjoyed this little video, this little collection of things, and I will catch y'all later. So Peace, and I love you all. Oh my gosh, it's here, my package. Let me not show y'all my address, just in case someday I get super famous and then I get some kind of stalker going on. In case you were wondering what I was waiting for so anxiously, that's just one. Hold on, there's more. And, so you know, The Conjuring 2 I did not like as much as the first one. However, you get a closer look at the nun character, and I was just kind of like, oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to rewatch all the Conjuring and Annabelle movies before I go see the nun anyway. And I've been wanting to get Grave Encounters 2 for ever, since I saw the first one. And none of the local stores, apparently in all of Texas, sells this. So I had to go to Amazon. And I finally got it, so I will be enjoying this very soon. Yay! What's in the bag? The Ultimate Paranormal Activity Collection. All 6 movies. You know, this was actually really, really cheap. First one's good, second one, third one is good, fourth one, But the marked ones I really liked, and I never saw the Ghost Dimension, so I'm gonna let y'all know what I think of that. Super exciting, super exciting. So, on a video I did not that long ago, it was like a mini vlog video, I asked you, my awesome viewers, because I know there's like a handful of y'all that are actually watching these videos. I see that you watch them. But nobody responded, so this is what happens when you don't respond to my questions that I pose. I do stupid shit. So, I've been watching Omar Gosh TV and the Omar Gosh vlogs. They're my favorite YouTube channels. Omar himself has inspired me so much as far as when it comes to paranormal investigations and explorations and all this really awesome stuff. And some of the videos that he did involved purchasing haunted items online, like through Craigslist or eBay or whatever. And he's not the first YouTuber I've seen do that. I've seen several kind of go through that. And some of them have paranormal experiences and some of them don't. Because, I mean, there's a lot of fakers out there and people who like to just BS their way to get some money for crappy stuff. So I decided to test the theory. So I did a stupid thing and I bid on 2, not just 1, but 2 haunted dolls. And the 2 that I chose, I had actually previously bid on a few haunted dolls, but I lost out because I just wasn't willing to spend that much money on something I wasn't sure of. But these 2 have a pretty low price as of right now. There's like 4 hours to go, so it could always change and I could always lose the bid, but we'll see what happens. But the reason I chose these 2 is because they have very interesting stories. Either the person who wrote the descriptions is very well versed, or I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. They wrote very convincing descriptions on the items, and they wrote very long, time-consuming stories. Like, it's pretty easy to tell certain fakes because they just slap some stuff in the description box and they don't really tell you what's going on. But when you find little things like, I am willing to refund you the money within a certain amount of days, but do not send me the doll back, it could be possible. And, I mean, I know there's no guarantee that paranormal things will still happen with the doll once it's in my possession, because everybody is different and more or less sensitive to these types of things, but I'm intrigued and I'm interested, so I placed 2 bids on 2 different dolls, and I will tell you more about the history of the dolls if I actually win. So I'll keep y'all posted on that, and I will definitely do some unboxing videos. One thing I haven't done is tell my boyfriend, because I asked him his opinion about it, and he said no. Don't do that. He basically said he'd be pretty angry and pretty pissed off if I did that.
So part of me is hoping I don't win these bids, and part of me is hoping I do. But if I do, I'm probably going to have to find somewhere else to keep these dolls, because I'm pretty sure he is not going to be okay with me bringing them into our house. Which I understand, and I don't want to be disrespectful to him in that way, because if it makes him uncomfortable, then I don't want to put him through that. But that does make it interesting as far as, okay, who is crazy enough to allow me to keep my haunted dolls at their house or apartment? I've had a few people say keep them hidden somewhere out in nature, or just keep them outside of your house. I don't know. I'll figure out something to do, but I just want to keep y'all up to date on what kind of mischief I'm getting into. So, prayers, and I'll let y'all know what happens. Peace. I feel like I haven't seen the sunlight in forever. I guess that's what working nights for 5 nights in a row does to you. You start to feel like, I don't know, some kind of night creature. Anyway, so to keep y'all updated from before, I did actually end up winning both of those haunted dolls. And I don't know what to do, because I know my boyfriend is going to be very upset with me that I purchased them at all. And he's going to be even more upset with me if I bring them into our house. So, going to try to figure out where to keep them. If I'm just going to have to keep them in my car until I can find like storage unit or something to keep them in. Or if I have any family members that are insane enough to allow me to leave them at their house, or any friends. I don't really want to do that to any of my loved ones though, just in case, because one of the dolls supposedly has a quote-unquote unfriendly spirit attached to it. But I am going to show some of the pictures I took, the screenshots I took of the actual listings, and get y'all's opinions on them. And then of course I will show y'all the official unboxing of the dolls. I'm gonna have to find a place to do that, like outside or something, because I really don't want to invite any negative energy into our home and into our space. So I'm gonna work on figuring that out while they are in transit. They are being shipped to our house, but I'm not going to bring them into our house. I'll probably just put them in the trunk of my car, and hopefully they're not like cursed objects and I don't end up in a wreck and die. But if I do, you know what happened. I laugh, but I am kind of nervous. Like, I'm excessively nervous, and I'm starting to wonder, did you just do a really stupid thing, Michelle? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I did finally get to sleep today. I have been working nights. Tonight will be my, fourth night in a row, and then tomorrow night I have to work as well. And then I think I get 2 days off. I hope so. But I haven't been able to sleep lately. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I don't know if it's the horror movies I've been watching, or, I don't know, freaking myself out by buying ghost dolls. I don't know what it is, but I haven't been able to sleep lately, and today I finally was able to sleep. I slept practically the entire day away, so yay! I feel rested and I feel ready to go, and hopefully tonight will be pretty uneventful and I can just kind of enjoy the night. Wow, I just saw a giant bird fly overhead. Anyway, that's my update for the day. I hope y'all are having a great week and enjoying some of this awesome sunshine. Wherever you're at, I hope it's sunny. And that's it for now. So peace, and I will see y'all later.